All right, here's a quick question that I got from a consultant in the community, and it's how often should I follow up with prospective clients if I don't hear back from them? Hey, it's Michael Zipursky from consultingsuccess.com, and I want to share my observation and thoughts around this very common question. It's happens all the time where you reach out to an ideal client, maybe there's even a bit of communication back and forth, but then all of a sudden they kind of disappear on you, and there's silence in that communication. So what do you do, and how do you do it, and how often, right, should you do it? Because the big concern that many consultants have is that they don't want to come across as being salesy. They don't want to come across as being too pushy, and they don't want to interrupt their ideal clients. One of our clients has seen great success by following up. In fact, 90+% of their business comes from follow-up. And here's what they do. They follow up with their ideal clients, people who they have had some initial conversation or communication with, every 2 weeks. And how long do they do that for? Forever, right? As long as they still are an ideal client, and as long as that person has not said, don't contact me anymore. So as long as everything is still okay, they will continue following up every 2 weeks forever. Now that you might go like, what, every 2 weeks? In fact, I just spoke to a client this morning, and she said to me, she's like, what? I should follow up every 2 to 3 weeks? Are you serious? That just sounds like so much, but it's not. Here's why. We live in an environment today where we are surrounded by so much noise, so much information, so many offers. Like our stimuli are just going crazy to the point where our attention spans have shrunken down, right? So much. You've probably experienced this as well. And so therefore, even though you yourself think, I don't know if I should reach out to that person because I just talked to them 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it's not going to feel like 2 to 3 weeks ago for them. They likely have forgotten that you even contacted them, right? Why? Because they're getting so many emails, they're getting so many phone calls and voicemails and all this other kinds of stuff that they've forgotten about you. Right? We are our own worst critics. We overanalyze, right, all of the different situations and things that could happen. But the reality is the person that you're reaching out to doesn't look at it the same way that you do. They're not thinking about you. In fact, they don't care about you, right? They care about themselves. They care about their own situation. And so if you believe that you might be able to help them to make their situation better, you have a responsibility to reach out to them and to stay top of mind. That's what follow-up is about, right? Follow-up isn't about hard pressure in sales and weird persuasion that is uncomfortable. It's about staying top of mind with your ideal clients. And so what I recommend to our coaching clients, and when we actually kind of break down and give them specific processes and templates to follow, but the overview, if I can offer it to you right now, is stay top of mind by getting in front of your ideal clients at least every 2 to 3 weeks. And don't just do it through one medium. Don't just do it through a LinkedIn message. Don't just do it through email. Don't just do it through phone. Don't just do it through written mail. Do it through all of them, right? Use SMS text messages. Use email. Use LinkedIn messages. Use phone calls and voicemail. Use printed mail. Use all of it. And don't use it all at once, right? Use it at different times. Because different people respond to different mediums in different ways, and so you want to just stay top of mind in the most, in many different ways. Because one way will resonate better with them, one way will catch them a little bit different. It'll stand out. It won't get lost in all the clutter and all of the noise. But here's the big thing, right? When you do follow up, as I said, it's not about sales. It's not about pressure. It's not if you're following up every 2 to 3 weeks saying, "Hey, I haven't heard back from you. I'd like to have that meeting," but then you become a pest, and no one likes that. So what do? You focus on being friendly. You focus on adding value. You focus on the relationship. So it could be as simple as, hey, Tom, I just read this article in XYZ journal, and I thought about you because it talks about a company similar to yours. Here's the link to it. Hope you're doing well, Michael. Boom, that's it. Maybe 2 weeks later, I give a quick call. Hey, Tom, it's Michael here. Hope you're just want to check in. It's been a little while. How are things going? And of course, I'm probably going to just get his voicemail. So I was just thinking about you. Would love to hear how things are going with you and the brand and the company right now. Give me a call back, or I'll shoot you a quick email as well. Love to chat. Boom, that's it. Another 2 weeks later, quick text message to Tom. Hey Tom, Michael here. Just sitting at this place. Thought about you. Hope you're having a great week. Boom, that's it. No pressure, no sales. What are you doing? You're staying top of mind, because Tom may not be ready to buy right now, but in 2 weeks or 6 weeks or 18 weeks, he might be. But if he's not thinking of me because I haven't been in touch with him for 6 months or 12 months or something along those lines, then he's not going to buy from me. He's not going to reach out to me because I'm not even top of mind because he's so busy. So stay top of mind, stay relevant, focus on value, focus on the relationship. And as you do that with more and more people, what you'll find is you're going to create more and more inquiries, a stronger, fuller pipeline. And so there you have it. That's how you get the most out of your follow-up, and that's how you should stay on top of your follow-up consistently in a way that adds value and creates a strong relationship.